Hey everyone, welcome back. We're the Filmsmiths. I'm Nick.
And I'm Zach.
Today we're going to talk to you about Project Almanac.
Also known as Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2, Part 2. So, Project Almanac is a time travel slash found footage film featuring a bunch of mid-20s high school students
who go by the names of Smart Kid, Sister, Fat Friend, Asian Friend, and Hot Girl.
And the five of them find schematics for a time machine. The Smart Kid.
They build it.
And they build it.
And it works.
The Smart Kid's father, who was killed when he was young, of course, was some sort of crazy government scientist who was working on secret projects, and years later, the kid, his son, finds the schematics for a time machine. And now they have a time machine.
So first off, I'm just going to say, if you saw the trailer for Project Almanac, you've basically seen the entire film. We just saw this hours ago when we're recording this, and I can't remember a single scene that wasn't in the trailer already, and when I first saw the trailer, I went, that's the whole movie. Why did you do that?
Yeah, and once you see the trailer, you know basically exactly what is going to happen, and you're correct. You figured it out. Also,
the story is the most cliche. None of the characters are developed at all, and
just like Ouija, which also featured late 20s high school students, it's just an anonymous group of 20-year-olds who are in high school, and then they get into a situation. Not to say that this is nearly as bad as Ouija.
Oh God, no. No.
But in that regard, you know, as far as character development and plot interest, there's not a lot there.
All these negative things aside, when they are actually time traveling and they're just kind of jumping back and forth and testing it all out, that part is actually pretty fun.
That's absolutely the best part of the movie. Just watching them go back and, you know, sort of romp through high school, you know, get to like do things over, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, and that definitely is the best part of the movie, I think. There was one instance in this movie where the most blatant ripoff I may have ever seen of one movie due to another movie. So, if you're like me, Back to the Future is your favorite movie. You know, or at least it's up there. A lot of fun, great movie, I love it.
Sure.
And everybody's familiar with that scene where Doc Brown tries the time machine for the first time, they're in the lot. Here are the similarities between that scene and then the first time travel trial in Project Almanac. They both use a car. They both use a stopwatch, a time machine stopwatch and a control stopwatch. They test it for 1 minute. They talk directly into a camera that they're holding, and it's like an experiment on camera, and just it could not be more similar, and like it's just the most blatant ripoff I've ever seen.
And the fact that the title is Project Almanac is...
Which is another Back to the Future ripoff. And they go on and on. Like, the whole movie is just sci-fi movie ripoffs. And they tell you about it.
And they do, there are several scenes where they blatantly just name drop movies. Hey, did you see Looper? Hey, check this out. Oh no, it's just like in Time Cop. Guys, you've seen Terminators 1 through 4. You know what's gonna happen. You don't need to tell me all the movies you're ripping off because I already figured that out on my own.
Yeah.
My real big issue with this movie is that it's found footage, which means basically it's shot with a handheld camera as if one character in the film is actually recording all of the action happening. And there isn't a point. It isn't like they went, oh, something's going to happen, now we'll start, and that's when the movie starts. Also, their arms are about this stable. That's not good at all. And there isn't a point for this to be a found footage film.
No.
It didn't need to happen at all.
It would have been just as... I mean, it would have been just a fine movie as a standard, you know, shot with a tripod film. No big deal.
There's even a pretty blatant shot where one character looks right into the camera and goes, hey, record everything, as if they hadn't been doing that already.
But it's like 40 minutes into the film, and you've already been recording everything for no reason.
Also, they keep making jump cuts after that anyways, so... In the end, Project Almanac is not as bad as I was worried. I mean, sure, there's a lot of negatives, but it's still a pretty fun time when they're actually doing the time travel stuff. That part's pretty fun. Yeah,
there's good things there. It's enjoyable for the most part, despite the, you know, the cliche of the storyline.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give Project Almanac a 4.5 out of 10.
And I'm going to give it 1,955 DeLoreans.
Get it?
So if you've seen Back to the Future, tell us what you thought about it in the comments. Or go on social media, which our Twitter handles are in the description, and you can talk about it there.
We'd love to talk with you. If you have any other suggestions of films you'd like us to review that maybe we haven't yet, or you're not sure if we're going to, let us know. We will definitely do that review for you. We'll even screen cap your comment, give you a shout out in the video.
Yeah, people will see your name. You're going to be famous. Just like me.
Well, that about wraps it up for this one. I'm Nick.
And I'm Zach.
See you next time.